Hi guys. So it's that time again. It's future spouse time. So we're gonna figure out who your future spouse is. So we have 1, 2, and 3. So go ahead and make your choice for that. I also want to say, um, I had no idea that in order to make a post on a timeline for YouTube, you have to have 1,000 subscribers. So I'm not really sure how I'm supposed to do my contest for every 100 subscribers, right? So I'm not sure if you guys want to make any suggestions, either that or you could just comment your questions down below, and then when we get to 1,000, then that is when I'll do the contest, and maybe I'll do something like way cooler than that, obviously, once I hit 1,000. So yeah, I just wanted to let you guys know because we're like almost at 100 now. So thank you, subscribers. I appreciate you a whole bunch. So yeah, comment your questions below if you want me to read them until we reach 1,000. So we'll just do that, I guess. Alright, so go ahead and pause the video if you need to make your decision. And we'll get started with group 1. Hi, group 1. Okay, let's see. Let's do tarot first. Okay, let's take a look. What do I see? Okay, first of all, I'm feeling Arizona. Or some sort of a place that looks like Arizona, okay? So maybe even Mexico, but you know, that area like Southern California, all the way through, probably through Texas. Yeah, I'm feeling like, maybe just South in general. That's really, okay, I'm feeling like South in general. I feel like this person might come from the South. If not, if they come from like another country, then they come from a place that reminds you of Arizona or just the South. Maybe like a place like the Mediterraneans. Like I'm feeling like maybe palm trees that are mixed in with like the Arizona type like mud house looking, yeah, like like the stucco houses, things like that. Like I'm feeling like a warm place. Because I also say like maybe even just like a place like that but on the water as well, because we have like mountain ranges and stuff. Normally the backgrounds don't really pop out, but this one does. This one reminds me of like Arizona. Okay, so interesting that they all, like, look at these two. They both are almost identical, right? With like the long, maybe they wear like a long trench coat often, or like the long coat, something like that, where it's sort of distinguishable for them. It's something that they like to do. But this person also feels like, I feel like they are by themselves a lot, and I don't mean because they're like a hermit or something, but they have a job that keeps them alone. And I feel like it might be some sort of job like this. I'm feeling like an artist or a philosopher, maybe not even that, but like a writer, a poet maybe. Because they're giving, okay? Like this person here, which is also wearing like a long-ish coat. That's interesting that they're all like in the same position. He's giving to people that are in need, which is why I feel like maybe a poet or something like that. Something that is like deeper. They do a lot of thinking and writing it down. Like that's what I feel like. So we'll see if we get like books or something, because then that would make sense. Or like an artist, something like that. Something like that. They're very otherworldly is what I feel like. They like to think a lot about it, but then also like jot it down, write it down, something like that. Maybe they do some sort of like community work where they have to do that. But I feel like this person might be older than you as well, Not like a lot, but, you know, they're definitely older than you. Like a couple years, something like that. Dark hair, maybe. Can't really see the hair there. This one is like an older person, so I don't know what the hair was. Um, which is why I say slightly older, because, you know, it's not all old. Um, just a little older than you. And possibly a poet or some sort of writer. Okay. Let's see, what else do we want to do? Let's do these two next. Oh, see, look, paper. Wow. Well, because, you know, they're like really thinking about something and they're like by themselves. So, like, I feel like they are by themselves a lot. Okay, also, like, let's say medium hair. Maybe medium, because this is medium. We'll go with like brown. Not quite dark, not quite light. Could be a Taurus. And if they're not a writer, then they could be like a journalist, something like that, or maybe an editor, where they have to read something a lot, where like whatever they are doing. I feel like they also could be an artist though, because this isn't quite. See, it's a blank paper. She hasn't quite written something or drawn something, so. But again, she's inside. And I feel like that's not just her hobby. I feel like that is something that makes them them, you know, that's why they are located where they're located, why, you know, everything. It's because this is their job. And if they're not a Taurus, then definitely an earth sign, but probably a Taurus. Because it's weird, because I feel like they're not like. The reason why I say that, why I thought they were like a poet or something, because every single picture is also gray, right? And to me, like, not that poets are dreary, but they really do focus on that side of life, right? But then they were giving, they're noble and quite sad, all right? Which is, you know, all the ingredients for a poet. And then we have the paper, so it's not that, like, there's a lot of poets, so I don't know. I mean, are there just poets? I don't know. So maybe they do a little bit of a mixture of it, like writing. Maybe they are like an artist. Maybe they're just in touch with that side of them, okay? Because I'm not feeling like they're just an editor or something like that. Like, they definitely have the dreamy type, creative-y, sees the world in a different way. But in a kind way, right? They're very kind. Alright, let's see. What else do we have? Okay, so if they're not... Okay, I didn't think about photographs. So maybe they're a photographer. Maybe they... and not only that, but I guess a photograph could technically be like a picture, right? That they illustrate. Because maybe then they take photos of their art. Something like that. Maybe they do a little bit of, you know... Maybe they edit photos to be more artistic. Oh, and then we have the palm tree, remember? Because, like, at first I was like, well, maybe it's Arizona, but it wasn't feeling like definitely Arizona, but south. And maybe by water, which makes it palm trees, right? That totally makes sense. Yeah, but I didn't think of that photograph. So maybe they are a photographer, and then they... I don't know. Why would they have, like, paper, though? But I guess it makes sense, because it's, like, a blank, creative thing that they're doing. Right? Like blank film. Even though film isn't a thing anymore, but you know what I mean. Okay. I still go with my poet, artist thing, so... Interesting. Okay, so we have that's what jumps out at me, the keyboard here. So, yeah, maybe editing photos on keyboards, like on, you know, on a computer. And it does look like a photo. See, I don't know if it's like two halves or if that's actually on the laptop picture. But, oh, we have a little book there. Little tiny book. And a lighthouse. So, and again, like with eggs in a nest, I feel like a lot of ideas, ideas hatching, things that are coming to light, they're about to hatch. So they're very creative. That's what, like, eggs in a nest really tell me. Yeah, something to do with art, something to do with the creative process that maybe goes from paper to computer, and they use some sort of program to, edit it or something or they actually type their stuff. Maybe they write it out and then they type up their script or something like that. But it's something they definitely do inside. Now what else? Okay, so, and then we have this circle, right? So it's almost like a window to outside, which does tell me again that they are indoors a lot. And it's interesting that this, what does that say? Oh, Athena. Who is Athena? Goddess of the hearth? Is that who Athena is? I don't remember. Now it's going to bug me, 'cause I used to know that. But again, draped in robes, right? Robes, robes, robes. Even though I guess that's not that excessive. I mean, the tarot cards have a lot of robes in them, but it's weird that they're all very similar. Same stance, same position. And then we have it again here. It's almost like, whoa, it's like she's turning around. Faced the most that way, then halfway, now slightly forward, now definitely forward. That's weird. Oh my god, and then like all the way around. I don't know if that means something or not, but it's what I do, is pick up patterns. That's weird. I don't know if they're in the middle of doing this. Maybe they have turned around. Maybe they used to be like unapproachable and now they are. Huh. Okay, but okay, I'm still not really getting much for like how they look or anything, so we'll have to ask the pendulum how they look. Oh, we also have who, what, where cards, so we'll do that as well. Okay, so last card. I just picked a just one, so I'm just gonna go off of the the photo here. So we have flames. So again, that goes with my hot environment, right? My southern environment. I feel like it is very hot. That's really all I'm really getting with this. It's where the palm trees, just like a hot temperature. Maybe you're gonna move there. Maybe that's where maybe you'll go on vacation there if you don't live there, or maybe they will go on vacation and you live there. Either way, maybe you'll meet each other in that environment. Or like I said, they come from, because I mean, I am asking about your soulmate, so that's what I'm getting, is that they're very southwestern with a touch of palm trees. And they could possibly be a writer or an editor or a poet or artist, something like that. Something that keeps them indoors. They could be going through a process of turning their life around. They could possibly be slightly older than you, not a lot, a couple years older than you. Possibly a Taurus. Okay, so we have so far. Now that's a couple cards, so let's give them a clue. I mean, like I said, it might not be southwestern, there's the whole world. It's not just America, but you know what I'm saying, like that type. Like Mediterranean, Middle Eastern, something like that, where it's like deserty, like, Egyptian-y, where it's desert with palm trees. That's what I'm seeing. Oh, they speak with an accent. Well, that's weird. Okay, maybe they do come from the Mediterranean area, the Middle Eastern area. Whoa. Or like, like the northern, like Africa. Interesting, interesting. Where, like, you know, they would be around that. It might not be in their backyard, but I mean, it's near them. Speaks of the nest. Oh, wow, that's okay. Oh, they have dreams about you. Okay, so if they don't know you, then they are dreaming of you and just don't know who you are in their dream. Have you ever had that where you have dreams of people and you're like, I don't know where those people actually came from? It's like my mind just made them up. Um, and this is a good clue that they possibly do know you already. And that they literally are dreaming of you. Not like, they might not even know why. You know what I mean? But you are on their mind without them even knowing it sometimes. But I want to say that they might know you and they might like you and be thinking about you, which is causing them to have dreams about you. Let's get one more. Comes from overseas. You guys, I shuffled these, right? You watched me. Like, this is the universe. Okay, so forget the whole Arizona. I'm really feeling more like freaking Jerusalem here, okay? Yeah, they comes from overseas, you guys. So this might be someone that, you know, if you are in America, then they would have come from there. Maybe they've been here a couple years. Maybe you're watching this from that part of the world. So this isn't a good clue for you, then, is it? If you are watching from North Africa or something, like, okay, yeah, I know. We all speak with accents, right? I guess it wouldn't be to you, though, huh? So, I hope that helped so far. Sorry if you do live in that area, because, but they come from overseas. So, if you are in that part of the world, then maybe we could be talking about an American that comes to you. And to you, they speak with an accent and come from overseas. So, yeah, it's what it means to you, right? Okay, so that's what we have so far with that. Let's get a couple charms. We're gonna try not to get a whole bunch today. Just, I don't know. Not that I listen. Oh, so that's not a couple. Okay. Alrighty. Are we in? Yes. Okay, let's see if there's any sort of clues in here. Okay, so we have a B, an I, and an I. Okay. So those could be initials. It could be like the beginning of a name or a last name. Okay. Okay, so we have my marble for passion, sometimes anger, not feeling anger, obviously, that's not what I'm trying to read. So, very passionate. So again, the whole artist thing, the creative side of them, right? Okay, so next biggest is my little, it's like a germ, but it really just stands for contagious, right? You feel like this person is contagious to you. You can't seem to get away from them, like, in your mind, right? So maybe that's why this person is dreaming about you. Maybe they have kind of latched on to you, right? You've kind of become contagious to their energy. Maybe this is what they're feeling towards you. But it is going to be passionate. Obviously, this person is very creative and passionate. They have it in them. So, oh, and then we have the fire, which just, reiterates that, like passion, fire. But the sun is just like the sun card, really. Or just happiness in general, because the sun card is pure happiness, pure contentment, something like that. Then we have my fire. It's not a fire extinguisher. It's oh my God, what are they? Fire hydrant. Oh my God, I could not remember what that was called. And it really does extinguish flames, right? That's really what it does. So it's interesting. So I feel like they might. That's why I keep going back to poet, right? Because poets do that to themselves. They like have fire and then they put their own fire out. They're very like not bipolar, but they're like back and forth, back and forth. That's what makes them so deep and so different. And they think on a different way and a different whole wavelength, really, from other people. Or this just means that lately they have been feeling that way. Maybe it is them turning it around. Remember? They've been like turning it around. So maybe something put their fire out. And maybe like meeting you will like spark that whole thing again. And vice versa. Maybe this is could be talking to you. That maybe this is the person that's going to come in and maybe re-spark that for you. Maybe you put out your own fire or something did, right? And if not, then this just tells me that this person is very good at calming down situations. They literally put out fires. Which does make sense as well. They're very calm, collected, deep, intellectual people. They're not going to be the type that starts drama, right? So they're going to end the drama. Okay, so we have my Cupid. Perfect. So that means that this person possibly has already been struck by Cupid's arrow, meaning that is why maybe we have this, that they, are starting to think about you. They're dreaming about you, remember? So that might be the case, that they've already been struck. Which is funny. Because now they're all secretly into you and you don't know. Or you might know. Okay. Okay. So this is my opening of a can of worms. And can of worms doesn't have to be something bad. It could be just a secret. Something that, so I feel like they've been struck. They're having dreams about you. They're thinking about you. Okay. Something's been lit. And they're about to open the can of worms. Or something is about to open it, right? It's going to come out. I mean, it has to eventually if you guys are going to get married, right? We have my little thing of treasure. So this is actual treasure. That's what I think of it. So it's finding something that you've wanted, that you've been searching for a long time. Could just mean you treasuring this person, but I feel like it also is something you've wanted. This person is, maybe they see you as their treasure, right? They've been struck, okay? Let's see what else. Okay, we have my little umbrella, which does kind of, again, tell me about like the, see, we have water. They're spraying water. Like, they're kind of on the gloomy side sometimes, but I feel like they go through like cycles maybe, again with that pattern of like turning themselves around. I feel like maybe they might have realized this lately and that they are doing that work to kind of come back around, stop, basically expecting rainy days and always taking an umbrella with you and always assuming to be disappointed or something. Because, I mean, that is the job of a poet, right? So, I feel like this person, they've kind of been stuck in this for a little bit. Which I'm not sure why that would be relevant to you, like, now and how to spot them or anything, but I mean, maybe you already know this person and this is explaining who they are, and so it's just validation for you. But, they're a bit on the gloomy side is what I'm feeling. But maybe you are too, right? And again, maybe not, like, because sometimes I take it, but we don't have a lot of preparing charms or anything, because sometimes it's just to be prepared. Being ready, like being better safe than sorry, having an umbrella with you. So that could maybe be talking about them, but I'm feeling more gloomy. Like I'm really stuck on the whole like poet thing. So, but take it how it means to you, okay? This could make a lot more sense to you than it does to me because you know who I'm talking about, right? So, and then we have my little increments. So, I'm feeling like they are slowly turning themselves around. That this might be in the past. Maybe they've realized, like, oh my gosh, there's like I feel something for someone, right? I'm having dreams about them. I think I've been struck by an arrow, you know, and they're starting to come around and see. That makes sense if they do know you. Maybe like you've liked them for a minute and they're starting to come around. Maybe they were like too scared or something of a relationship. But they really can't stop thinking about you, and maybe in little baby steps they are going to come towards you because maybe they're starting to realize that you are meant to be. Aw, that's cute if that's true. Alright, let's ask the pendulum for a clue or two. So let's see if they can give us a clue on their life, maybe something that you'll learn about them that will really help you pinpoint who it is. Give us something good. Something good, pendulum. Oh, no. Oh my God. They come from another country. You guys, I don't know how much I can explain that the universe just, I don't understand. It's a thing. The universe is real and it answers your questions. They come from another country, okay? Just like we have, that they have an accent and they come from overseas, okay? So it must be somewhere that is maybe this palm tree could mean exotic to you, perhaps as well. You know, it does seem exotic. So maybe that's it. Maybe it's not actual palm trees, but the feeling of being very otherworldly, exotic, you know. Wow, you guys, if you know a person with these initials that you've possibly had your eye on and you didn't really know, and they're like quiet and poetry like, and they come from another country, whoo boy, then this is for you. Okay? That is what I don't know how much more clear the universe can be. They speak with an accent and they come from another country, overseas. Okay? So I hope that helped. You know, we didn't get, let's ask them, we're going to ask the universe what color eyes they have. Okay? Come on, universe and Penji, work together, please, and give us a good answer. Color eyes should they look for? Brown. Okay. Okay. Keep all of these things in mind. I have a good... Oh, let's do this. One more, just for fun. Okay, so if this person knows you and they're dreaming of you, what does this person want to say to the viewer? Please, universe, please give us what they need to hear. I can't wait to meet you. Okay. So there's a reason why they're dreaming of you. And maybe you are far away from each other. Or maybe you only met a couple of times. And they cannot wait to meet you again. Or, like I said in the very beginning, if you don't know who this person is, they are dreaming of you, like your energy, who you are in their future, and they are excited to meet you. And maybe they have been kind of putting themselves on hold a little bit on the dating game and stuff like that, because maybe they are really just waiting to meet you, their future spouse. Okay, so that is it. I promise. That's the last one. So I hope this helped you. That was a fun reading for sure. Um, Let me know if you end up meeting this person, if you know who this is. Nosy, remember, I'm very nosy. So yeah, take care of yourselves and have a good night. Hi, group two. Let's see who your future spouse is going to be. Okay. Let's take a look. Okay, so first of all, I feel like they might be younger than you. Okay, a couple years. Nothing drastic. I would say maybe like maybe 5 years younger than you. Couple years to 5 years, somewhere around there. They're gonna be younger than you. Okay, so this is interesting because I normally don't read the tarot as the tarot cards when I do, like future spouse and future things like that, like how people look. But it's really telling me to. And this is really weird, but I'm feeling like they're reminding me of Caligula, okay? So that's what these cards are telling me. And I know that's really weird. And if you don't know who Caligula is, he only reigned for like 4 years or something. He was a Roman emperor. But I say that because he was one of the one of the only emperors that loved horse racing, and I mean a lot. He was very passionate about it. It was his top favorite thing to do ever. I mean, besides like killing people and stuff. Because we have this horse here. I don't know why that's really reminding. And also, so Caligula was really young too. Caligula took the throne at like 24 or 25 or something like that. Which again is, he was young when he took the reins. So I feel like this person is younger than you as well, which is like, that's so weird that that's how I get to that. But yeah, they could be an Aries as well. Aries, for sure. Definitely a fire sign, but I'm feeling Aries. And again, like, why I feel like Caligula, of all people, because Caligula was young. He was actually pretty handsome. And I don't know if maybe it has to do with, his real name was Gaius, but what Caligula's, he had a weird personality, okay? Like, people didn't understand him, right? And he was given a really weird life to start off with, right? And I have no idea why this reading is turning into Caligula, but this is what's happening, okay? So, Caligula is named Caligula because his mother dressed him in a military suit from like when he was born, basically. And he wore little boots. And in Latin, that's what little boots is Caligula. That's what Caligula means. So he was literally named Little Boots. That was his nickname. Because his mother made him basically be an emperor from day one, okay? So he was like forced into this really weird lifestyle. And then he kind of lost his mind, right? But I actually admire Caligula for a few reasons, and it's because he did not like the elitists, okay? He was very against them, like the senators and just the whole Senate in general. He actually, at one point, named his horse his counsel just to humiliate the senators, just to prove you're here because I let you be here, basically. So I'm not sure if that's speaking to your spouse's personality. They're not obviously going to be crazy, but they might really not like authority. That is what I'm seeing, that even though they are authoritative, right? So it's kind of weird, but they don't like fake authority. Like, if you have authority, then you should have earned it. I feel like this person has, because the number one card is the Emperor, and it did stand out to me, okay? This person has earned their spot at this throne, and be able to actually, they do have some right to pass some judgment, right? Like they're like, no, you don't get to sit right next to me. I'm not just gonna let you if you don't earn it. I had to earn it too, right? So that could be noble, but it could be also irresponsible and kind of immoral. So it depends on like who your person is. I don't know. That's not very helpful to you so far, right? But I don't know why, but Caligula is screaming from these cards. Don't ask. Because again, okay, maybe they just look like Caligula. Because in this picture as well, it almost looks like him, okay? He had lighter hair, it was shorter, it wasn't like buzz cut or anything. And he was good looking. He was very, like freaky in the bed. He just had like a young spirit. He did the best he could, really, with what he was given. And he really did earn his right to the throne, which is, I want to say, like a big point to take from this. And they are respected, okay? Like, they could be, like the CEO to something. I'm not feeling like, no, I'm not really feeling like a CEO, but they maybe gambling or something, right? Like, I feel like, because there's horse races, oh, that could be it. Maybe your spouse really likes gambling or something, but they're, like, not bad at it. Or they just really like going to the horse races. I'm not sure, but it's like different parts of Caligula that I'm seeing. You guys, I don't understand the universe sometimes. Yeah, like maybe they're placing a bet or something. But if not, they might really love horses. They might take care of, they might have stables, and their job is something totally separate from horses, okay? They might have some sort of livestock, something like that. But yeah, they might be like, I feel like they have money. They're on top here, they're on the pedestal, they're below. He's on the throne. So I feel like they're doing well in their job, whatever their field is. I don't feel like they work from home. I don't feel like that it's a very creative type job. I feel like it's a very, very, might even be cutthroat industry, right? And maybe that is why in the center we have they are younger too, but the inner child type feeling, right? And the horse. So they might have that as a getaway or something, because this is serious and this is very serious. Let's see what else we have so far. Okay. Alright, so first of all, serious, very serious, right? Just like I was saying. So they might, because this doesn't look fun, this isn't creative, no. All of this is, their job is very serious. And I feel like maybe their me time really is at night, but I think this is a night picture, but it feels wintry to me. They might live somewhere that's colder. You can also see the stars really well, which in colder places it's less populated, so you do see the night sky a lot easier. They might come from somewhere slightly colder climate. Also blue moon. That's a delicious beer, so they might actually just, their job is very serious, so they might have, that might be how they wind down at the end of the night, sit down with a nice blue moon or a nice beer of the lakes. Again, we have it doesn't look like water there, it looks like wine, so they might enjoy a good alcoholic drink, okay? And I don't think they have a problem in drinking or anything. I think that is how they wind down. So this must be like their type of lifestyle. They really do. They found a way to kind of relax and wind down at the end of the night and not keep it all in them, because it does seem very serious. Their job is very serious. Very serious. He's a judge. He's got the ridiculous wig. Reading something. So, okay, what else do we have? Oh, I did that backwards. I was supposed to do the other cards, but whatever. Okay, so money. Remember money. We have money here. And we have bread at the bottom. I want to say it probably has to do with maybe greed or money or something. I don't know who that is. Wait, isn't that like Jupiter or something who was kind of greedy? I don't know. It does look like he has like that trident type of. Yeah, I have no idea, you guys. So yeah, they make a lot of money. Their job is very serious, and but it is what they wanted to do. They did want to be that person, that serious person who has everything in order. They're the breadwinner. Oh, breadwinner. See, yeah, this is very in the conventional sense male energy. Okay, very serious. Has a serious job. Very respected in their job. They have a great pride in their profession. And so this is interesting. I'm not, there's the word paintings and stuff, and I'm not feeling that. I'm feeling the word energy though. They might be like in the oil business or like the electricity business. Something like that, like General Electrics maybe they work at, or, you know, and they could be like a high guy there. Interesting, and that is interesting because we have the sun here giving off a lot of energy, right? So maybe they are like in electricity. It's very specific, but it's something. That's the word that's jumping out at me, and not really environment. I'm really feeling energy that they might be like a very top dog in that field of energy, whatever it is. It might be water. It might be might even have to do, maybe they're like a scientist or something and they actually study energy. You know, they could be studying dark matter and dark energy or something. But whatever, it's very serious. And they've definitely earned their right to be where they are. Alright, let's see. It's the last two. So we have cassette. Woo! And we have lightning! Okay, so I'm definitely feeling like, yep. I'm not feeling the sudden change or anything like that. No, I'm feeling like this person works in electrics. They might be the head electrician. Again, General Electrics, you know, something like that. And then we have cassette, which is interesting. So I'm at a loss at that one. I'm not sure. This one is screaming at me, yes, that's correct. Let me think about that. Let me see what that could mean. You might know what that means. But, that's weird because it says outdated thinking, conditioning, replaying events over in your head. This might be someone who does really believe in those, what I would say and what some would argue is outdated thinking, but it's not. I mean, it depends on what you believe in, but the more traditional sense, right? Where like, I mean, I think we're progressing like out of that where the man stays at home, or the woman stays at home, the man goes, brings home the bread, you know, and he's got a good job. I think this is, I'm not saying it's outdated thinking, but in the general sense, because that's not the norm really anymore. But I think that is what your future spouse wants. I feel like they have done the work. They are very, very respected in their field, whatever it is. I want to say it's something to do with, it might just be electronics too. So maybe that could be what the cassette is. I mean, even though it's like an outdated electronic device, but it could be with electronics. Maybe that's what it is. Maybe they're like the president of a company that produces electronic devices. Yeah. Okay, that makes more sense with the cassette. Okay, we figured it out. What is that? Okay, I've never seen this card before. If I have, it's been a long time. The money safe indicates riches. Okay, wow, this person has a lot of money. Like, I mean a lot. It's not just like a little bit. Like, they have money to spare. And I don't think that they're greedy, but they might be slightly greedy, but not like like they're almost greedy towards their future. Like I feel like they're greedy towards like their future spouse. They want to save. They don't want to just keep giving it away. They really want to be prepared for when they meet you. That's what I'm feeling. I don't feel like they're a greedy person. I feel like they really are very good at managing their money. They're very good at budgeting their money. They probably have stocks and stuff. Yeah, that's what I feel. I didn't really get, so let's see. All I really got was that they might look like Caligula, and that they're slightly younger than you. I really am feeling younger. They're slightly younger than you. A bit raunchy in the bed, right? Just a bit. They're a little randy baby. And possibly a top guy in some sort of electronic device company, something like that, right? Very serious job. It's not very much fun. Like the day-to-day grind, it's not a lot of fun, but they do enjoy it, but it's not like a creative process. It's probably a lot of coding, a lot of designing, a lot of meetings, things like that. So, but they are very good at it, and they deserve it. Let's see. Okay, so your future spouse has been in your proximity at least once in the last 6 months. So that's a lot of people I'm sure that you've encountered. So you might have encountered them and not even known it. I mean, they could have literally been in the same store as you, in your proximity. Maybe they were in the same checkout line as you, 3 people ahead. So I know that doesn't necessarily help, but it does mean, and that's kind of exciting, it means that they're coming around. The universe is like spiraling you two together, right, until you meet. So I do feel like that so they might not even live by you, right? But it's bringing them close to you, okay? So one of these moments, it's going to click. One of these times that they're in your proximity, you will actually meet up. So that's kind of exciting. That means that there has been progress, okay? And if not, then you actually know this person. Okay, so they've been extremely hurt by a loved one in the past. So they might be divorced, and it could have been a very traumatic experience for them. Or someone really hurt them. They might have not been married, but someone really hurt them, truly hurt them. And it might not be love, it could be a best friend that stole from them or really did something really bad to them. And maybe that's why they got so serious about their job too, because they might have just been like, you know what, forget it. I'm just gonna do me, and when my person comes along, they'll come along. If they're meant for me, I'll be open to it, but I'm not, maybe they're just not all about being in the game, the dating game and stuff like that, Let's get one more. It's physically active. Okay. Physically active is always good, and he is physically active in here, okay? So maybe that's why, because, very serious job, so maybe they do enjoy getting out again. Maybe they love riding horses, something like that. Yeah, and none of them really told us about what they might look like. So again, I don't know, maybe you're not supposed to really know right now. Maybe it'll be too much of a clue for you. And maybe you might mess up, the process. I don't know. It's not telling me much more, so let's get some charms and see if we get anything else. Okay. Not a lot of letters, looks like, but... Okay, so for letters, we have a K, a D, an N, and an S. Okay, so see if that helps you at all. We do have kind, K-I-N-D. We don't have any vowels though, so You know, they could just be initials. Switch them around a bit. Okay, see if that helps. So we have what I like to say is fireworks. Okay, I'm not exactly sure what that is supposed to be, but to me that is fireworks. Okay, it's not like a bad explosion, because they almost look like blossoms in a way, right? So it's either like stars, because there is a star, but mainly just fireworks. So some sort of maybe like when you finally meet them, it'll actually be like fireworks, right? It's like how people describe it when they meet their soulmate. I've never felt it, so I can't say. But maybe you really will feel fireworks when you meet them. They've been in your proximity, right? But I don't know if you've met them yet. So maybe that's what it'll be. This is my Secret Service little thing, so okay, that tells me that it'll be a secret to you, probably for a while. So even if this person does already know you, you might not know them. Maybe they're kind of keeping an eye on you a little bit. Huh, it's a little cryptic there because we don't have a lot to work with here. So we have the dolphin, okay? So that to me tells me that they might, one, live somewhere that has dolphins, so maybe like, near the ocean, obviously. So on the coast somewhere in the warmer regions of the world, right? They might live. They might actually work with, not like work with them, but maybe like they like to go dolphin swimming, swim with the dolphins or something. I mean, this person has money, remember? So they might have some crazy hobbies because they do have money. I mean, they could technically work for the government because this also is the government. So they might have like a job, maybe like being an electrician for. Maybe they supply like the government with certain devices. Remember, like electronic devices. Maybe they supply the government with it or something. Interesting too that this is fireworks because fireworks is like energy. It's like lightning. These charms aren't really helping, are they? Sometimes they help. I mean, but okay. So we have the turtle. But the turtle does come with a gift, so don't forget that. So it probably is a bit slow coming. So I am feeling like that they kind of know you. Maybe you guys kind of know each other, but like just you've never thought about each other in that sense. Maybe you both just assumed each other was married and then you just never talked again or something. Like maybe you met through work. But yeah, I do feel like it's slow coming, so it might have been coming a long time, and now we're almost at the end, and we're almost at the fireworks. But I mean, and if anything, this just tells me very social and very playful, right? Because we also have the physically active, so they might just be a very playful person, and they are younger. Just because they have a serious job doesn't mean that they aren't serious. They're serious all the time or something. I mean, they seem like they would be a lot of fun. And again with the horses, right? I wanna reiterate the horses. I feel like they might have a love for horses if they don't own horses. Something like that. Okay, let's get some charms. I mean, not charms. Okay, so what does the person who's gonna marry you, your future spouse, what do they want to say to you? Or what would they say to you if they could right now? Let's find out. Come on. Okay, last group got the same one. I can't wait to meet you. Interesting. So yeah, okay, they might not have met you yet because they've only really been in your proximity, right? Randomly at stores or walked past you or drove past you. Um, yeah. Or, not even that. Maybe you have been introduced to them, but it was just like another random person and you never thought twice about them. Um, yeah, but they want to find you too, basically, is what that says. They really do want to find their spouse as well. Okay. Let's find out what color eyes they might have so you can spot them easier. Give us the right answer, please. Brown. They have brown eyes. Thank you, universe. Okay, so keep an eye out for that, for brown eyes. And I still don't necessarily... Everything was like kind of covered, but again, so I'm going with the whole Caligula thing, right? So I feel like Caligula had lighter hair. He probably had like medium brown hair. So that makes sense. So like lighter brown hair with brown eyes. Okay, one more. Let's get a clue on something you would find out about them, and that will help you pinpoint who they are, okay? Just a little clue about them or their life. Give us something good, please. Give us the right answer. Oh, okay, so they might own their own business. I don't know why I didn't think about that. That they might actually own the business. They could be the actual business owner, okay? So yeah, that would be pretty high up, right? If they actually own their own business. So there you go. That is a very good clue. Kind of ties it all back together again. So your future spouse has got the moolah for sure, and yeah, they own their own business. Wow, you have been in their vicinity. Their business is probably electrical type, maybe just technology, maybe just in general, and yeah, probably looks like Caligula, if that helps. And if you don't know who Caligula is, look him up. Watch a documentary or something. He's actually quite an interesting character. So yeah, I hope that helped you. Thanks for watching. I'm sorry it didn't have too much, I don't know, a lot of details about him. It didn't really have too many details. Just mainly about their job and stuff. So I hope that helps. I hope that's enough so that you can spot them. And if not, if anything, I mean, I would look forward to that. I mean, they sound like a very decent spouse. So, yeah, take care of yourselves. Thanks for watching. Like, comment, subscribe, as always. It always helps me. And take care of yourselves and have a good night. Hi, group 3. Okay, let's see. Your future spouse might be... Let's take a look. Okay. That's interesting. All right. So first of all, the very first thing I noticed was the lack of clothes. Not the lovers part or anything, but the picture. And then there's this person, this god or angel, like about to clothe them is what I feel like, okay? So, because we also have, like, this person here is literally dripping in their clothing. The clothes and the ground just kind of all become one. I'm not sure where the clothing ends, to be honest. Um, and they almost look like they're knitting, right? They look like they're making something, some sort of clothes. They look like they're knitting, and then these guys have a lack of clothes, right? And then these three have an abundance of clothes as well. They're very happy. They're having a lot of fun. So I feel like your person might be in the fashion industry. They might work with a lot of ladies, okay? And if not, it's a very friendly atmosphere, whatever they do. Um, I'm feeling clothes, or maybe like accessories. Maybe like sportswear. I'm not sure. But that is what I'm getting. So I do feel like they have lighter hair. Almost all of them have light hair in all of these photos. And they work with their hands. They must do something. So if they don't actually, they don't have to be an actual fashion designer or anything like that. They might just sew. They might just make their own crafts. Maybe they have their own little online shop. They do something that has to do with, I want to say clothes or fashion, something like that. Maybe trends. But it's hands-on, whatever it is. I do feel like it's hands-on. And it might have been like a small business that they started with like their friends. Like a group of like-minded people. They came together and started this business maybe. But I'm not sure. That's not definitive to me. It's kind of, it's a possibility. But I am feeling the accessory or the clothing type, the fashion, the trend type of energy. Okay, so that makes sense. Okay. So with all of their, it's like they are missing clothes and then they're trying it on. Okay? Again, fashion. So I am going with the fashion more. Maybe they're a seamstress, maybe they are a tailor. Maybe they just do it for fun. Maybe they just make just one-off things. Maybe they sell them. Maybe they just make them for themselves. But it's something that will stand out to you. Because I don't know if this is their job. I'm feeling like this is more their personality. So it's something that they enjoy doing. I don't think it's a job where they go to like a factory and just sew mattresses all day or something. I feel like they make something and that they actually are proud of it, okay? So they might make it for themselves. I don't know. Maybe they just have strange way of dressing. Like maybe they have very unique clothes because they actually make it themselves. Okay. And then we have Capricorn. So they could be a Capricorn. Or just an earth sign in general. Let's see what else. Oh my god. Okay, so we have a mirror. There's a mirror in this picture. Normally that's like about your self-image and stuff, but I'm really just gonna go with the mirror. I feel like this is fashion. It could be makeup. It could be makeup as well. They could do hair, something where they change the way someone looks, okay? Their outer appearance is changed. But again, I feel like, well, hands-on, that's, yeah, makeup, and hairdressing, it is with your hands, so I guess that makes sense. Okay, so something with maybe just beauty in general. Because I'm feeling a lot of ladies. And so they could maybe even work in a company that makes beauty products. They could be, like an executive, a CEO, something like that, president. I'm not really feeling like that, though. It could be a possibility. And then we have the camera. Maybe they, because camera is also hands-on, they could be a photographer and they have models. Oh, that makes sense. Okay, they might be the photographer who takes photos for catalogs, something like that, of new clothes. They might work at runways, right? Like fashion shows. They could be the cameraman, the director. There are so many things now that we have this camera too. Okay, so, they could even be really well known online. They could be like on Instagram or something because they do have a camera and a mirror for their fashion, maybe something like that. Maybe they do fashion critiques. I don't know. There's so many options, but it's something that ties all this together. Hands-on, changing your appearance, a group activity with like-minded individuals, Instagram, maybe fashion, something like that. Okay. Okay, let's see. Alright, so they might travel. They might travel a lot for their job. So maybe they are a photographer or a model even. They might even be a model. Because we have the clouds here, an owl, which obviously flies. We have a jellyfish flying above this mansion. I'm really getting travel out of these. And again, there's like a pattern, right? It's not a real sky. Okay, it's not like a sky with clouds. It's like a pattern. So that could be, again, fashion, like using materials, a pattern of fabric, And I am feeling like this feels very like Englandy, Parisy, over there type Englandy, maybe like even English countryside type, where it's just like, wow, what is that amazing building doing there? It's like built in the medieval times or something, So again, fashion, because, right, like you go to Paris, Fashion Week and stuff. So they might travel and go around for fashion. Very specific, I know. That's what I'm getting. Okay, and last but not least, we have the clover, which is just good luck, I want to say. What does it say? Okay, it's a bearer of good tidings, right? So, yeah, it's just good luck. I'm not sure if that really is helpful, but I mean, I guess so, right? It's not bad. The clover. So that might be, maybe Ireland? I don't know. The four-leaf clover type deal. Yeah, they could be Irish. I mean, they do have lighter hair. This person here also has lighter hair. Okay. Let's get some of these and see what we got. Give it a good shuffle. Give us a couple clues. Hopefully we get something about appearance maybe. So you can kind of really keep your eye out, for a specific person. Okay, has a tendency to be forgetful or late. Okay, keep that in mind. Could be a clue for you when you do meet them, or if you know them already. Oh, okay, you might know them already. They want to send you a message. So this person I think knows you. They're possibly a Capricorn, and I think you've been on their mind. Maybe you've been trying to send them good positive messages, right? With this clover here, trying to send positive waves to them. Okay, dyes their hair in usual colors. That's interesting because if they... Oh, whoa, look at this. Different colors. I didn't even notice that until just now. She has like different colors in her hair. So again, fashion, right? I'm feeling fashion. Or again with the photos, Instagram maybe, the traveling, I want to say maybe they are very hip and trendy with their hair coloring. Maybe they just like to play around with it. Maybe wear wigs to match their outfits if they are into fashion like that. If they're male, they might not wear wigs. I don't know, maybe. But yeah, they might dye their hair. Just every time it kind of fades out, they might dye it a new color just to be different. Yeah, that totally goes along with like the whole fashion-y type industry, right? They love dyeing their hair crazy colors. Okay, let's get some charms. Okay. Okay, so let's see what we have. All right, so we have an S, an A, and an R, it looks like. Okay, so Sarah, lots of names that begin with S and A. Maybe R-A, R-A-S, A-R. It could be initials, so just play around with those, see what that means to you. Okay, so first of all, I do notice this is, I don't remember what it actually is, but to me it looks like a glacier to me, right? Like a piece of ice. There's like little things trapped inside, so it looks like ice to me, right? Like a little piece of ice or a glacier. So that either tells me something cold, so they could be from somewhere that is a colder climate. Maybe there is actual glaciers near them, maybe where they come from. Or it just tells me smooth. Things are going to go smoothly. Maybe, so smooth. Oh no, okay, that's not smooth. Well, it's smooth on one side. It's not my smooth token. At first I thought it was. This is my amusement park token. So that tells me that they're playful, they're fun, okay? It reminds me of childhood as well, so you might know them from childhood. Which, isn't that how it goes a lot? A lot of people just reunite with their childhood friends and stuff, and you just end up falling in love because you already know them, you feel comfortable with them. So that could be the situation for you as well. And that it might go really smoothly, like maybe they were supposed to send you a message, right? They want to send you a message. So that might go real smoothly. Maybe they'll invite you out to go to like an amusement park or something like that. Oh, and then we have my little windmill, which sometimes it speaks of just like power, natural power, but for some reason it's really speaking about that like northern type territory, right? Like around the Dutchland area and the Netherlands. It's quite cold. They could be from that region, okay? Okay, so then we have my bear, which tells me that either someone is trying to look bigger than they actually are, so they might have a big ego, or a problem is not as big as it actually seems. So again, that might go along with the whole going smoothly. There also could be bears where they're from as well. So that's interesting. Okay, what else do we have? Let's see. We have the Justice. They could be a Libra. Okay, definitely. That is like my charm for Libra. Or you could meet them in Libra season, so around like October-ish time. Okay, interesting that we have two musical charms. So we have the violin, and then we have the microphone. So that's interesting because like most of what I got was like for fashion. So the microphone could make sense for that because again, if they're on Instagram or something, then they have a platform, right? So maybe that's what that's speaking of. Like they do have a platform, and then this could mean that they're just actually intelligent. I mean, that just means that they enjoy classical music. They just enjoy music. They could make music on the side. They could play the violin just as a hobby. So they are well-rounded. It usually tells me like well-rounded, established in their hobbies. Okay. And then we have my little tooth guy, which is just really stands for being happy and content. Okay. And the star. So those kind of go together. Like a goal is being reached, and it brings happiness, contentment. We also have, okay, so we have the Statue of Liberty. So that could go with a lot of things. So that could be with travel. So maybe they just travel a lot. Again, they, take it how it resonates for you. Because they try to tell a story. These charms want to tell a story to as many people as it makes sense for. Okay, so yeah, they could travel again, and also this is just like a welcome sign, right? It's the first thing that you see when you were coming to Ellis Island. It's a big welcome sign. So again, everything going smoothly. We have Justice, okay? So I feel like this is not going to be like a bumpy transition for you. I feel like you guys just might meet, or they might just send this message and it'll be like really smooth. It'll just naturally happen and you'll end up being like, whoa, wait a minute, I'm super happy with this person and I've reached this goal. And again, this could mean that they do come from this area of the world and that they came to America, and that is how you'll meet them. Maybe they are from there. Oh, and then we have it reminds me of like blood, sweat, and tears. That's what that charm means. It's not like blood, but it could, because if it does come with another type of charm, then I might read it as they're a nurse, something like that. But this just really tells me just by itself, blood, sweat, and tears. So this person really works really hard, is what I feel like. And maybe it means that they've been through a really bad breakup. Or maybe when they could have immigrated here from there, and it was hard. It was very hard for them. But if not, I do feel like they might travel a lot, because remember we had two cards that told me about traveling. So it might just be that they're just really traveling. Maybe they've seen a lot of things. We have the amusement park, the windmills, glacier, Statue of Liberty. Okay, so yeah, that's all that really tells me is like blood, sweat, and tears, that this person really has done a lot. It didn't come easy. It wasn't given to them, their position in life, or, what they do for a living. They really did work from bottom up. Okay? Okay. So please give us a really good clue that they'll be able to take with them, and spot them, or something they might already know about this person if they already know them. give us a little clue, please. Okay, they come from another country. Okay, that makes sense because if they do come from maybe like the Netherlands or something like that, where was it? Here. Whoops. That would make sense, right? And why they would travel, why we would have the Statue of Liberty. So, yeah, that makes sense. Okay, so let's do another. Let's see what color eyes to look out for. Come on, Penji, give us a good answer. What should they look out for? Color eyes, future spouse. Come on, come on. All right, they have hazel eyes. So keep that in mind, hazel eyes. And last but not least, we're going to see what they would say to you if they could right now. Okay, what does your future spouse say to you right now? To your energy. Like, what are your energies saying to each other? What are they saying to you? Give us a good answer. Okay, so I dream of you until we meet. So they could just be dreaming of the person they want and is manifesting you. Or they know who you are, but they haven't met you in a long time, or they haven't met you like on that context, right? Like maybe it's just been acquaintancy type feeling, but they want to tell you, they want to send you a message and tell you and really meet you like on that level. So either way, so if they know you already or not, yeah, then they're thinking of you already if they do know you. Okay, so that's what I have for you guys. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope it helped a little bit. It was fun doing these readings today. So thanks for watching. As always, like, comment, subscribe. It always helps me a whole bunch. And take care of yourselves and have a good night.